My bad, y'all. Oh no to the disrespect. Oh no. Nigga that working. As a man that works. Hey, that's for you. That's for you. The stress we got in your to pay the bills. The stress you got in. What we doing this weekend? I know tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go do a little bit of shopping. Maybe do a little bit of shopping tomorrow. You know, one of the things I like to do is I like to go to the makeup store or mostly, and I just like to. I don't know. It's just something about being around makeup. It gets me beat. Much like being around clothes. I'm probably do a little clothes shopping. Gotta prepare for things coming up. That's a big thing. I don't think makeup is I do have a few areas in Chicago, not too many. Like I think let me tell you what. So we're over it. So may I ask, are we going? Yeah, or is it just like one of the days like you really like? It's been a week. But I would say God has a way of opening your eyes. God has a way of opening your eyes. Oh no. I am so sorry. So you got to deal with work. Racist kids. And then on top of it, yes. Tonight we drink. Tonight we drink. We drink tonight. We drink. Dealing with adversity on a day-to-day basis, it wears you out. You get burned out. You get burnt out. You get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Sick and tired of being mistreated, disrespected. And that's on a day-to-day basis. Or then us just like we learned that from such a young age. We have to deal with that from such a young age. It makes it what it is. What oh! The principal said, "Why you take this money to being a racist?" Honey, she not read and collect. She didn't read and collect the coins, honey. Read and collect the coins. Give me my birthday just now. Why do I feel like she like her mama too? Just like mama. Like now you do. Good for her. You want to get on my nerves and raise my blood pressure, you won't get a bill for that. Hey, you will pay the invoice. You want to get on my nerves, you gotta pay me. You think on my nerves is free? You wasn't prepared, girl. She was, honey. She said, not today. She said she was gonna reclaim her time. Reclaiming your time. Reclaim it. Reclaim your time and collect your coins. Invoices are due. Oh, well, if y'all don't know too, I do got a new series of podcasts. Like with Past Me, I got 2 new series. Past Me. And if you have to follow my podcast, you know I have a new podcast exclusively called Random Thoughts and Tweets, where I really just, it's a bunch of random thoughts. If you all check it out, that's really just late at night when you get early in the morning you get up. It's a podcast that really pushes really things really I push forward and don't care. And not really the first thing and also give you all sorts of challenges for you throughout the week where they're in the office. You're taking a moment. Yes, because you be what? You listen to my mom and dad. I don't think I prepared this. I ain't all been happy about that one. Pass the mirror one. I'm excited about it. But I'm really about to be my baby. Like that is like I don't know. Like here's the thing. I always said I'm a weird person because I'm a person. I'm very observant. So if I'm new to an environment, my first thing is not to just talk and interact. I really just like sitting and observing. I just like sitting and observing, watching people interact without judgment or criticism. But I just pick up and then I like to pick it like question those details. Like, well, why does he do this way? Why that or this or that? Oh, okay. Yes. Well, I hope you're enjoying it, honey. But yeah, I'm just a person like I like to wait and talk and just talk. Just talk. I just feel like you got to have to hear more growth. Like people are always talking keep up stuff. Unfortunately, it is bad. To me, I just like I like. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. But yeah, I'm just a person I like looking up your experience and your perspective and how you got there. Because we all have our journey. Like it's a billion people in the world, more than that. But we all have our journey, and it's all different in a certain way. Like each of us have a unique story. We might have similarities in our stories, but each of us have a unique story. We have a unique journey. And for me, I get very excited just being able to hear about someone's journey. Even if they might express views, at least more are just my own. Because for me, I like, well, I'll say I'm learning to be grounded in my own truth. Because if you're grounded in your own truth, the world and people can move how they will, but I'm grounded. I'm not looking today after that reinforcement of who I am. Like, so that's not a good thing I do. Part of the idea is fantastic. The other part of the thoughts for me is just really not just all of the ways. You know, and people might say, "Oh, you look like you look so mad," or I have recognition. But two, I honestly just thinking about stuff, just random stuff. Like I like having random conversations because I'm able to okay, I like to experience it and talk about it. Yes, we learn from every day. No one. And being a Pisces, we know that so well. We know that so well. That's why people might say Pisces are self-this, self-stubborn, when you find that peace within yourself and then you learn that you control that piece, that you protect that. You are the only one that has access to that piece. You don't have to protect that piece. Protect that piece. So that's why I think a lot of people might just say, might label me as just a very big person. And I feel like I am. Just I feel like of your divine purpose. And it's just honestly, I turned 32 years old this year. This is the first year in my life that I can truly say with my emotions, my spiritual self, my mental self, even with my physical self, that I am finally walked in the environment. 32 years old. Not even a year, I'm going into it. This is what this year 2022 is about. Taking what I've learned, that hurt me and pain. We're shifting that energy. Like, we're going to shift. I believe the greater I want, greater than it is what it is. That's how I believe it. Not to get too deep. See, this is my thing. This is why I create that podcast. I don't know. It's just something I really like doing. I'm talking. I like talking about what's going on with other things. Because we don't talk about that. If somebody asks you how you're doing, that's always a conversation. Okay, I'll still be here, girl. If somebody asks you how you're doing, I'm fine. I'm doing good. Now, I'm not saying you have to necessarily tell them the whole problem. But when you say you're okay, do you even know you're okay? Do you really even know you're okay? Or is it just a comment? It becomes such a common thing to say, like, that vision. So for you think you're okay, do that in a way. I used to be that. Actually, I just am okay. I didn't think about it. Even I might not be okay, or even not even expressing your own joy. You barely holding up. Yeah. But sometimes we train ourselves. We train. Just be okay. We're trained to be okay. And then that's why I think, for me, that's why for me, self-doubt, depression, anxiety, that's why that is. And I actually had that conversation. Hey, I'm unhappy. And they'd even go even deeper. Why am I unhappy? And even when you are happy, it's also important about what makes you happy. It's almost about identifying what's going on in anything that you do. Because that's where you find the source of the I am there. And we truly all are. Sometimes we're so busy fighting the world that without realizing we really just fight ourselves. It ain't even about that. It ain't even about other people's opinions. What are their opinions going to do? It's all about your opinions. Your opinions drive you. Your opinions influence you. Who cares what they say? We get caught up in it. Or we get caught up in what we were taught and even the song going on. And it becomes patterns, it becomes habits, it becomes comfortable, it becomes really exciting. What I've learned that there are many ways of life. There are many ways to live. You know, it's not necessarily always have to be one path. My other path is be there in that path. They completely happiness. That's one thing I will say. I had to learn that like stop giving a fuck about what people say. Who gives a fuck? That's why I don't like to even give my opinions on judgments that much of other people. Like I'm not saying I don't like sitting with celebrities, but even then it's just for fun and just entertainment. I don't give a fuck. I gotta work. I'm really just focused on myself. Now I say that respectfully. So I gotta make sure I'm alright. I love make sure everyone else is alright. Trying to build myself up to what people thought I could do. I said, fuck it. This is my life. I gotta live it. When I die, I gotta stand in front of God and say, hey, this is what I did with the life you gave me. I can't sit there and say, well, she told me to do this, they don't do this. No, he's not gonna look at me like, well, I gave it to you. Oh, yes. See, that's what you're trying to say. If there wasn't going to be raining here tonight, I would probably actually do some more. I don't know what it is about being alive. Anything nature, I definitely think yes. I'll anything nature. Just big trees in the garden. I love parks. I don't know, it's just me when I'm around nature, like authentic nature. It's like it's like being close to God. And it's something like, I don't know how to describe this, like, inner God is just, it feels like I'm being recharged. But yes, beach. Oh. It's just something about sitting on the shoreline. Waves and get your feet. Take away all that toxic. I will be in a hot girl. It just does something. It does something. I don't think they participate. See, one thing about Chicago, we have a lot of good, like, huge. So, and actually a lot of food. But it could be regular. Like, all days. I'm definitely being. I'm going to probably shopping. A little bit of shopping. I'm just coming. I think I'm going to have to take some time. I'm going to do something specific. You know, I do have to do this. I think I just want to just walk around, just experience it. Just honestly, I just want to get out of the house. I think that's just most important this weekend. I really have not done anything for this stuff. So I really want to do tomorrow. Just get out of the house, just shop. Maybe take some dinner. You know, it's just gonna be maybe take myself on a date. That is gotta regulate. Yeah, hostile revives spirit does. And I cannot wait. When I get a house, I'm gonna have a jacuzzi. I'm getting a jacuzzi. Like I did, and I want a bougie indoor fancy jacuzzi. Yes, and a sauna. I love sauna. I don't know. It's just something about steam, like the steam. Just oh, I can just feel consistency. All the negativity just leaving my body. Just feel the shit out of my steam. Self love, that's right. And if you don't do anything else this year, if you don't have any goals, one thing, your number one goal this year should be self love. If you ain't manifesting nothing else this year, you should definitely be manifesting self love. Because that would be manifest that self love for me. And you feel self love. Because you know you have self love, you got self value. You know your value, you create values. Certain people get to different places because they can't pay the price. They ain't nothing bad to do about it. It is what it is, but you can't act. So you have to say it this way. We can't have everyone. I almost died. In the shower or in the sauna? The sauna can't. Well, see, it depends on the sauna too. Some things or some sauna. I think it would like steamy, human. If someone yeah, so and the steam is actually good for your skin. You know, just constantly the body it's like it does get rid of this stuff, but it's just like shit. Like cool, like you know. But who is looking forward to something? I was at the gym. I was like, "Boy, I feel it." Chad, I can tell you what they're doing to me. Who is ready for summer? I'm ready for summer. Y'all, speaking of the gym, okay, I'm gonna start my workout. I know I've been saying this, but I'm starting my workout. My workout right next week. Okay, I'm gonna workout. I'm starting next week. I want to do that. Or I want to do Hey, mama. That's just for you. Hey, so mother, I was just saying, I'm starting my workout regimen next week because I want to get. I'm ready. I want to go out with these streets this summer. I want to get in these streets, and I want to look good. So, I'm gonna start my workout regimen next week, and I'm gonna start my juice this week. I'll pull it, but actually, I pulled it really good. Whatever, I needed a cheeseburger. But no, next week I'm gonna start the workout. I'm in my little getting back to healthy. And actually, I want to say May, but I still want to say June. I'm gonna say June. I'm actually might actually get pescatarian. You know, I'm a pescatarian person. They don't they eat. They eat seafood in general, and then the rest of the diet. The reason I'm doing that, I've done it before. I've been a pescatarian before. Actually, it was not really hard for me. Like, I eat chicken, I ordered fish, like catfish, sloppy, or that be where we get our protein. But yeah, probably done. Miss Jazmine said the last what? What am I lying about? I heard no, I did not like they I think it was like it wasn't very long. It was like 6 months. I didn't do it for a long time. I didn't want to do it for a long time. But it really did help me one. It not my weight, but really improved all my health, like the blood pressure, energy. It really did improve just overall. So I think what I really want to set up my pattern in my life is like every now and then just vegetarian or non-vegetarian for a little bit. Yeah, you know, clean out the tops, just that thing. Go to Original City. Real meat. No, I really. So actually, the good thing is because I think because I just increased my hormone efficiency. Like I still eat fish. Like so, for me, and honestly, I know actually here's cool with chicken. I'm not saying I don't love chicken, but I might not be addicted to chicken like every other black person. The reason being because every single day there was chicken in my house. I would come in, hey Lance. I would come to school, there was chicken. I would wake up, there was chicken. Midnight snack, chicken. It was just chicken. And it was good chicken, don't get me wrong, but it's like, okay, well, the hell was it? Girl, because you don't like fish, we know, girl. Yeah. I'm a lesbian. Wow. Ooh. I like it because I was listen. And you know what? I'm a lover of seafood. I can eat seafood forever. I can. I don't know why. It's a Pisces thing. It's because of fish. But I can eat seafood forever. I love seafood. I love seafood. I love crab, lobsters, clams, oysters. I love seafood. Like I love if it came from the water, I would eat it. I don't know. I love seafood. It just I don't know. Seafood just captures the flavor. Something that other meats they do with it. I love shrimp. Girl, you get shrimp, and it don't matter if it's fried, baked, like whatever. It's just I love seafood. Like a lot of people, because I know for me, I love sushi. Yeah, I know sushi is my thing. Everybody don't like sushi. I love seafood. I love seafood. I have like oh. Yeah. Like once I get rich, rich, there will be a lot of seafood in my house. There will be a lot of seafood. That's actually what that's one of the things I might. I've been saying I want to do seafood. I've been I just don't really have time. I think actually sit my behind down there and like that one because I've been reading that book. I would. But yeah, next week. Just overall, like I said, for the summer, I want to be in the streets. I want to be doing weekend trips. That includes whole trips. I want to live life here. Just doing this is LeeLee Speaks Live. I'm actually doing a special live on idea. So we should Shannon, you can if you want to come and talk about the topic. It's twofold, man. We're going to release like I said, I was of course part of the Black Student Union where we deal with release. But we just release whatever's going on now. Just talking shit, you know. Yes, honey, whole trips. Okay. Girl, it's Friday. We done had a long week. We need to work our asses off. Huh? Yes, sir. But this have y'all heard of Monacos? Brought to you by StreamYard. I can't be a. Well, I'm live on YouTube. I'm doing a Google. I can be a hope, but I like to travel. You know, I just want to. I want to get away and do. Is that wrong? If it is, oh well. I'm living life. Jatari's in here? Chat. Jatari only coming here when mother comes in. That's okay though. Jatari don't love me. Jatari loves you. I like myself. I like myself. I'm just playing Jatari. How you doing, baby? Jatari, you know we just gonna bother you. Jatari, how's everything going? How's everything? How's your week been? Yeah.
Whenever you used to take and come in when I was doing my walk, was going through the whole phone. And I took it upstairs and go cost me $5 to get a new phone.
Wait, so what happened?
Like that whole shit.
You say what happened to your phone? Oh.
Yeah.
So you mean they're not gonna replace the phone? Oh. Damn, they said they still get some money out of this. I just said my husband said here like Hoshi. Oh, well, you can't do Hoshi. That's why you married girl. You a married girl. You can't do that. I wouldn't be, but I'm not married. I might find my husband doing the whole trip. I'm just happy. Mm. Mm-hmm.
And actually, I went to the Goodwill first.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to the Goodwill had this whole aquarium set, like a 10-gallon aquarium set for $4. Like it had the stones in it, it had the light in it, everything worked. $10. So I scooped it up. So I think I went to PetSmart because I was like, I need to get fish for it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't. But I wound up spending $250 in there. Cause so they had this 20-gallon tank in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a never-ending waterfall. So it has a lid on top of it, and it's 20 gallons. And the water, when what do you call it? When the pump pumps the water and stuff, the whole container, it's got like this. It's got a base that it sits on. Well, the whole base submerged in the bottom of this, and that's where the filter and all this kind of stuff goes into. So, long story short, it looks like the tank is overflowed, basically. It's like a waterfall for inside the house. So it has that common element to it, and the way that the lights are onto it, I got the glow-in-the-dark neon pebbles and stuff to go to the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking do all of that, and then I found this cute, like, piece of driftwood that was in the store, but it wasn't really driftwood, you know, it's one of the cosmetic, the fake ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it out, bought all of that, and because I have Afterpay, I took and I used my little Afterpay account or whatever on it. So I was like, sure. So that's gonna go in my office inside of the tiny house, and I already have another one that's gonna sit at the front when the because I'm a very big fish and water person.
Mm-hmm.
So that other one I think is like 50 gallons. It's not a small tank like that one. So I gotta get a cute stand for that one. But now it's like, because I'm in the process of trying to get the rental and stuff done, where the hell I'm gonna put it at so I don't break it.
Right.
And then while I was at the Salvation Army, I know you're gonna know this when I tell you. You know the tall flute champagne glasses?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know how back in the day, probably like 7 years ago, they used to make the 3-tier ones. They had the tall one, the medium, and then the small one, but they were the oversized ones. I found those, and it was like $1.99 a piece. So I was like, oh, that's gonna be cute. So that's gonna be sitting in front of my fireplace in my bedroom. So I'm making my bedroom.
You know, I cannot find those anywhere now. Because I remember exactly they are hard to find now for me.
They go to the Goodwill because they have them up now. So I was doing my little deals and stuff, and then me and my mom, we went and we ate, and it was shit. I was mad as hell. So we went to the damn casino buffet, and I thought it was gonna be the bum diggity. It was a food. So I'm kind of sort of bad to piss off about that one, but.
Right, Jeffrey, you know, I might have to go do some decor shopping because I did want to do a little redecoration in my apartment. So I think I might take that and do that tomorrow too.
Child, you might as well, because, you know, no tea, no shade, but if COVID should come back again, everybody's going to be in their house. So
and I'm going to be comfortable.
You might as well get it comfortably and for yourself. And it's nothing like whenever you get it comfortable and you get your house set up the way you want to. And it's only you. You ain't got to worry about nobody taking in. Yeah, baby, they was the decorations. They're the ones that you're taking, you put the long skinny candles in, or if you take you put the big body candles in.
Yep, I know exactly what she's talking about.
Not the big body one, but the medium size one.
And my mama has some. I think she still got hers. I don't know if she's. But I'm like, damn, those are what I. But they are so hard to find now.
So the lip of them, what I'm gonna do is, because my colors in my bedroom is black, red, and I'm gonna go with a texture gray. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna take and get me some chrome in the can. and I'm gonna spray the lips of them, and then the lips of them, and then the bottom of them. So I'm gonna
look at her being the interior designer, honey.
You know what?
Oh, but I love decorating the house. Like I feel like I try to at least once a year. I try to redo my apartment or like redo some type of decoration or redo the thing just a little bit, just to like give it a little bit new life or something.
But the fact of the matter is, if you sit and you go, and for instance, like you go to the Goodwill, because no tea, no shade when I say this, but our Caucasian counterparts, they'll take us to get rid of something in a heartbeat. No,
they sure will, and I'll come right and pick it up. Thank you. I'm not ashamed. Shit.
So.
And I get it on the deal too.
Right, I go for that. That's I'm a good old deal. So I don't be shamed and look fit to go for them.
Yeah,
I love going to there, and then I love going to a thrift store and to flea markets.
Mm-hmm.
The flea markets will get you together too.
So yeah, I'm definitely. And that's tomorrow's to-do list.
Yeah, because you never know what kind of good little deals that she take and do. And then a girlfriend of mine at work, she said that y'all know I love my the Pioneer Woman. She said her mama gave her a whole Pioneer Woman plate set that she don't even use. I said, well, I'll buy it from you. She said, well, whenever I go through and I clean it out, I'll get it for you. You can have it. Okay.
And get my kitchen table with my patio furniture.
Right.
I gotta get. I've been trying to find some good stools for my little breakfast. I got this little breakfast mix set up, but I just need to get some stools. But I'm trying to find I've been finding some good. But you know, how you just trying to find the right stool. Like this is the stool. Like this is the stool. That's my aesthetics. With my aesthetics, I haven't been able to do that yet. But I think I'm definitely gonna go to the Goodwill, Salvation Army, those places because.
I envy people that had a weekend off, because people that had the weekend off, they get to go to the flea market, and people don't understand. I think y'all probably call them rummage sales up there. But go to the rummage sales or either to the flea market, and you find good old.
The flea market. Mm-hmm.
I love going for them.
Well, I'm definitely doing that. This is actually I had a schedule change, so that's why this weekend. But.
And then get it prepared because I'm about to go back to school. I'm going to go ahead and get I'll talk to you about but I'm getting ready to go back to school. So I plugged in my other tablet that I was going to take with me. I have a Surface Pro.
Mm-hmm.
And child, I guess it got overheated one night and it had turned off and I didn't know what was going on with it. And then I was just sitting and I plugged it up. I was like, it's been a couple months. Let me see what's going on with it. Mm-hmm. I plugged it up, and when I turned it off, child, the screen came unglued.
So what?
So, yeah. I can figure it out.
That sounds like a defect. I don't think it's supposed to do that.
So, I mean, I had it and I found it at a
I feel like how?
I think it was the wavy raincoat. I think it was that they said I want you to see if I can take it to our local computer place.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully they can do that.
Yeah, so this is even now motivating me even more now to go ahead and get my Surface tablet.
Yes. See, y'all maybe go shopping tomorrow. Hello, old wolf. I told you I told you I only will get the things I need. And then the rest of them will be window shopping. Like you got, I don't want to spend it. That's why I said, like, it might be hard to pay, and y'all know I know how to make a good deal. I know how to make a good deal. I negotiate myself. It's fucking amazing. Hello, Juju Cameron. Welcome. It's all about the sales. And now, honestly, this is a good time for sales because we're right there between spring and winter. So if you're trying to get, I say if you're trying to shop for winter, this is the time to shop for winter right now. The stuff that
I was going to say, not to interrupt you, but not only that, but most people don't realize the time frame right here. People are interested in stuff for school terms.
Yep.
So a lot of them start going on for people that have college kids that are getting ready to go back to school.
Yep.
Summertime,
even for the fall, because they start doing the sales on the school products too. This is actually like spring Black Friday. It really is. And if you are avid shopper like we are, you already know. A pawn shop, a thrift store, baby. Where's the discount?
Backstage, people don't realize backstage being and we use the power. And I know LeeLee, I'm buying anything that I think and I get on myself from there. I have a feeling here. I don't think that.
Yeah. One thing I do. Okay.
And I know I have a thing for old school furniture because I get that from my mom. My mom was looking at something today. They have this we have this place that I don't know if y'all have it up there called Habitat for Humanity. But we have the shop, it's a second-hand shop.
Mm-hmm.
So it has the old school furniture in it that I like. And I'm like, yes ma'am. But I didn't take a picture of it. So LeeLee, you know how you watch, I don't know if you get the old school classic movies.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, honey. I was just watching. What was it? What was that movie with? Damn. It had Marilyn Monroe and somebody else in it. Gentleman something.
So, okay. So you know in that era when they had the Shades Lounge, you know the Shades Lounge is right. They had this thing that one with it came up and it had the roll back onto it, the roll back onto it, and now. And it was only on the one side. No panels and stuff on this one side. And then it had the pillow side and the shorts. That was so bad. And it was so pretty.
And you know, those are hard to find.
Yeah, I couldn't even get it.
Because people ain't selling those. People ain't giving those away. Because that's worth money.
And the only one of them was $50 for it.
How much?
When I tell you it was in like really good condition,
I'm surprised you did put it in a layaway. You're like, honey.
Yeah. But I know I would have had to get you know how we had the furniture blocks that you put up underneath to raise it up.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that I would have to do is to get the furniture blocks to raise it up. And for people that don't know, child, y'all, make sure y'all look at the furniture block y'all can see push your whole bed like too. Because they slide across that.
You know, I did say when I get my house one day, I'm definitely gonna have like a room. I think that's gonna be themed around antique furniture. And for me, it's probably gonna be more so Paris things. I don't know, something about Paris I just love. So I think, and if I see any of y'all with that theme, I'm gonna way up at it from.
I was thinking that. So you know how I go into what I call the media room whenever I do the screen, the white room.
Mm-hmm.
I seen some furniture like that today, but then again, have you ever seen like in the store the pictures that are painted onto the glass?
Mm-hmm.
I went into the store today and all of the pictures that had glass on was marked down because it was last season once. That it was 50% off.
See, maybe I should just not go shopping.
I ain't go crazy.
You didn't go crazy?
I didn't. I got the price. Altogether, it was going to be $1,600 altogether. And they said that I could do a whole week only set, and it's like $100 now. And I was like, I got more for it too, and it's just going to be whenever I go back up to them, and I'll do with it. But it's a done. They had this chrome. Got it like this. Chrome and glass. And the inside of the table in the center of it, they had the glass top of it, but the inside of it was mirrored, finished in the center of it. And it's done. So, you know, he said one thing in the center of it, we're going to set it off. I wanted that one so bad, but that whole set was like $20,000 for that whole set. I was like, no, I can't.
One day.
But you already got it. I don't want to do a real. I want to do the kitchen. I'm going to do the reality style kitchen, but with the breakfast bar, so I don't have to have a table. And that table is in my whole kitchen. But I don't have enough room for all that. I ain't mad.
She about to have me go shop and redo my whole apartment tomorrow.
That is awesome. I was like, you said $20,000 for everything. It was a 4-piece set, and it was round, and it was a 4-piece round, but it wasn't a classic. It was an oversized 4-piece round, and it had the dual top glass chrome, and it had a fireplace to go with it, and it was in chrome and glass, and it had an actual fireplace inside of it. It had the clock. You know how they had oversized clock? It was done in glass and chrome. And in the chrome had as people call limestone. And it, like all of the pieces had the limestone that's set into the chrome. Then they had this mirror. I've seen a mirror like this before, but the mirror, you know how you go with the tile is offset, so one piece lays flat like this and the other piece lays up like this. So the one piece laying like this and up like this. The one piece is flat, one piece is up like this, and then it just did a weave pattern up. Basically, like you know how a weaving, like if you was taking a wicker basket, you know how it weaves in and out.
Right.
It was done like that, but it was done like that with glass, 4x4 tile. It was so sick. And then they had this whole full mirror that from head to toe was the chrome, the rhinestones, but it had the makeup lights up to it. So it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It had 6 lights, 3 on each side. It was thickness, and it was a standalone, so it had its own. Easel. So it had its own legs that sit in the back of it. So I was weak when I seen that. I may have to go and do a piece at a time till I get that whole set.
See, this reminds me way back when I used to be like I think I was like a teenager. I was like 15, 16, 17. And I used to go to the Macy's home department here in Chicago, the one downtown. It used to be Marshall Field.
Oh, I love Macy's.
And I used to just go to the home decor section. And when I tell you, I would be in there for hours just planning out. When I get my mansion, I want this. Like, it's just something. Oh, I used to love doing that. That's what it reminded me of. And then, like, but now as we get closer to really being able to do that, God doesn't put something in front of you just because. But that is sickening for me.
Man, I've been debating. I was like, dude, I want to buy a house. Because I really do.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I think.
You know, I told myself by the time I'm 40, or at least even if it's my 40th birthday, that's gonna be the present to myself a house.
I just want to know. Don't take no shade when I say this, because it's gonna come off being kind of shady. But are you gonna stay up there? Or you gonna move down here?
That's why I don't know yet. That's why I say I gotta wait for it, because you know, here's my thing. I'm at the place where you know how they say, tell your God, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Right now, there's a place like, you know what, Lord, lead me as where I need to be led. This is what I want. I don't know whether it's going to fall. So, I can't say I don't know right now. I can't say that I know right now. I know that as part of my future, I want to be somewhere with my own house. And honestly, I do feel like that is going to be outside of Chicago, but I do feel like that's why I say it's probably going to be some time. Huh?
It's not going to be in the northern node. It's not going to be.
I don't know.
It's going to be south.
I don't know.
Like, one time you were saying that you wanted to do Alabama. And I was like, well, child, you do Alabama.
Well, Alabama's only because my family's there. So, and that's also where that's just where my roots is. So it's like I do like being there, but I also like Colorado. I really also like upstate New York, because when people think of New York, they just think of New York City, but upstate New York is just so beautiful. So it's like, you know, rather than pick and choose right now, like let me see what happens, you know.
But you know, I can say this also. Just because you're in your studio right now, you can always take and buy the stuff you want to have the stuff ready, so when you move it now, you have it all ready to go. You got to go out and buy this and go out and buy that, because I'm not in my tiny house, but I'm making preparations to be in my tiny house. So I'm going out and buying the stuff that I want to get to put in there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I think I'll probably have a few starter houses first before I find the actual house. Like, this is the house, if that makes sense. Like, you know, like, and honestly, I've been actually thinking about maybe doing a condominium first. Like, so maybe building up to where I have a condominium here, because I do want something in Chicago. Like, I just saw something here at home that could be mine. That could be maybe a starter house or a condominium. I feel like a condominium can be like a starter house, at least for me. And then from there.
The only thing I don't like with condominiums, and maybe I'm weird, I don't like to buy them because, number one, you're right on top of somebody. Number two, you're still going to have HOA fees. So when you pay the house off, you're still going to have HOA fees.
Yeah.
And I wonder when I pay something off, other than the taxes once a year, I don't want to still be somebody I'm obligated to pay something every month for no reason.
Well, the good thing about...
I don't mind that, because, you know, you get the trash being taken out for you, get the lawn care, you get the perks of being in a building that has like the swimming pools and the gyms and stuff like that. So everybody's got different reasons why they do it, but that ain't for me.
Yeah, but I think I think I would want to do a condominium like 2, 3, 4 flats, because here we do have condominiums that are pretty much like houses in itself. But that we do have them in like 3 flats, 4 flats. Where it's not like that huge, like the huge tower building with all of that. Like, so I'm thinking about doing something like that, or even just again, just doing a starter house, like just getting like a small house here, because I do want something in Chicago. I do want like a living quarters in Chicago. But as like maybe for my main house, that's what I'm still kind of determined. Like, where is it that I feel like I would be most comfortable settling down? Because where I want to settle down, I want that to be home. I don't want to be there because of work, although I probably will be working there. But most importantly, it has to be home. Most importantly. So.
Okay, there's a deal. I think of home. I think of a friend.
And you never know. Maybe I'll get married in the next 10 years. So. But I would like to have a starter home for that anyway. I have to admit to myself, I don't know if it's the next 10 years, but I do seek, I don't want to say marriage, but I do seek having a significant other than man that I feel protected in, that I can truly say I love, that I can truly say I want to be with for the rest of my life. And that is very hard for me to admit. But it's either I continue lying to myself and being miserable, or like tell the truth and me needing some. Well, not even that, but it's just like shit. I'm 32 now. What's the point of lying and doing this? Like, it's just, I'm at a point like, hey, this is what I want if it happens. And I feel like if I do speak it out and just stop hiding it or stop running from it, actually do the work, it can happen.
Well, I'm glad that you are at a point that you feel like you're ready for it. Because I've always knew that you was ready for it.
But it's scary. It is very scary. It is very scary.
But, are you ready for it?
I'll be honest with you, I ain't gonna say no. I say I'm getting ready for it. I can't say like it was. I'm just getting to the point where I can't even admit it right now. So I'm still very much at that place. Because for me to say I'm ready for it, that means how I take it is okay. I have to be prepared. I feel like I'm gonna make mistakes, so I don't know if I can say I'm ready for it because I'm gonna make mistakes.
And that's like you gonna go through life still making mistakes. When you feel like if you got a perfect, you still gonna make mistakes.
But that's my thing. I have to wait. Honestly, if without looking at just the fear of me making mistakes, yes.
Are you ready for it?
Oh my God! I know what you're doing. Yes. I know what she do. See, I know what she just did. I see. Girl.
Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
Let's get the work going.
Manifestation.
Right, Glover.
Shabbat. Woo, honey. This is gonna be an interesting year. This really is. Huh? No. You put it this way. I got a testimony time. Remember the last time you asked me, am I ready 3 times? Stuff has moved. The shifts have changed. And it is. I said, like, well, here we are. That's why I said, like, oh, I know what you're doing. Here we go again. Because I promise you, as soon as I said I'm ready to go 3 times, the very next day. Oh, okay. Well, I said I was ready. I could come on in. And it did what it had to do. And
I don't know. Yeah, I be trying to tell
the tongue is very powerful, honey. The tongue is very powerful.
It's God. It's God. It's God.
Well,
yeah, God.
This is gonna be interesting. So,
and I'm gonna be sitting there taking notes, and I'm gonna send it back to you. April 1st.
It will be on April Fool's Day. So, April 1st, around 9:27 p.m. Central Standard Time. So my question is this. How do we go about dating in this day and age? Post-pandemic, social media age.
I don't know, because my question, I ain't got a better one later. How is it when you take you to trying to call you something about it? How do you strike up a conversation? Hey, your pronouns are, or you go to and say, hi, I'm Jazmine, and my pronouns are she, her, and her, and you are? Or do you say, damn, I feel like I got that message.
Did you get catfish recently? Well, I mean, we know but that's a whole other thing in social media and the dating apps. Like, profile says one thing, and that's why I say, like, I think I'm too. I don't want to say I'm old school courtship, but it's just like the basics, like being able to communicate.
You know what? I feel like I'm old school when it comes down to that too, because I don't want you to tell me what I want to hear. I want you to tell me what's the truth.
That part. What's the truth?
So don't tell me what you think I want to hear. So if you're a little bit faster, just let me know you're a little bit faster, and I know how to take it. But if you come to me and you say that you're a gentleman and you understand certain, and I'm looking to you to because like you said, actions speak louder than words. And that's my biggest thing. You know, I'm big on that. So if you say that you're into me, show me that you're into me.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't be the only one that's trying to send you text messages. I shouldn't be the only one that is trying to reach out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Show me you're interested in me. I'll wait.
But people don't even know how to do that nowadays. And that's but that's the thing that I'm scared about the most. Like, how do you even know, even in this day and age, that somebody's even truly interested in you? Because everything is just for social media, for a show. Just
click their views. I don't know.
And I'm just like, I'm tired of having to deal with that.
I feel like we all on the Big Brother comedy show.
Like, life is just one big sitcom.
That came out, but you know what? The only one good thing that don't came out. Don't have me Will Smith your ass.
Well, that's another debate in itself. Do you want a man like Will Smith?
Kind of, sort of, but I don't want him to be no punk either. But he does boss moves. So I can't really even say that, because that would be lying, because he has boss moves, but he has boss moves, but whole tendencies at that.
Boss move with whole tendencies. So now wait a minute.
I won't say whole tendencies. No, I'm saying that wrong. He has boss moves, but bitch tendencies at that.
Can you still have whole tendencies when you're in a relationship or a committed relationship?
I mean, for me, that is a gray area. And the reason why I say that it's a gray area because my definition of a relationship may not be the same as your definition of a relationship. And I'm going to be very transparent when I say that.
Mm-hmm.
Your definition of a relationship, you may still believe in, you may believe in being monogamous.
Mm-hmm.
The next person's definition of it is until I get a ring on the finger, or until we say that we are exclusively each other's, I don't feel like that I have to stop dating other people. And then the third part is that I'm dating you, but I'm also dating him.
Mm.
And I feel like that I can date both of y'all, and unbeknownst to either one of us, we're in a love triangle and don't know. To the point that I say, okay, so I'm bringing in Fade. Fade, this is LeeLee, this is Fade, and I want us all three to date each other. So then, what do you do in that instance?
I think it's happened to me before, actually.
But some people's definitions of love is not necessarily one-on-one. Some people is pollen. Some people is quads. Some people is sister wife type deal. Everybody gets their own individual time frame with each other. The girls may not never sleep with each other, but they share the same man. And I still feel like that is so disgusting because if he was in your bed last night and you the new girl on the scene, and you came in and you have a yeast infection, he's gonna pass that because men don't get yeast infection, but he can pass that bacteria to each and every one of them over and over again, and they can never get rid of it. That's just like being in a polyamorous relationship. If she has BD and she doesn't, but he's sleeping with both of them, she may get rid of it, but she gonna take a time right back around and get it because she still has it and don't want to admit that she has something and pass it along. But then again, when you get into those relationships, what if everybody hasn't been tested? And everybody winds up with HIV, or everybody winds up with chlamydia, or everybody winds up with gonorrhea. Because there's different signs. Everybody's body does not show the signs of gonorrhea the same way. So it's a lot to it. And dating nowadays,
that's where communication comes in with me. Like that's where you need to have that open communication. Like this is what I'm doing. You know, being able to be honest. Like, hey, what are we doing? We got to be honest with each other.
I was just gonna say, let's be real. How many people you know is being honest about that kind of stuff?
But see, that's the thing. That's why I say I rather just say single because I'm like, just be honest. Like, don't lie.
And then we can even take it a step more. Name the last time you seen a porn and the actor actually had on a condom. 20 years.
Well, I don't really judge on that. I don't really care about that per se.
But I'm just saying that.
But
film relates to life. Life relates to film.
But that case, if they're a porn star, you already know what you get yourself into.
There still should be. I understand it, but there still should be some boundaries because if we are doing a scene together and I ask you to put on a condom, I should.
Oh, you mean in terms of the scene? Okay, yes.
Right. I shouldn't get blackballed because I'm asking you to put on a condom.
Oh yes, definitely.
Because I dated a ex-porn star before. And when we were going to be intimate, that's the conversation that I had with him. It's like I said to him, it's not that I don't trust you, but I don't trust the past that you've had.
Mm.
And that's a little bit deeper than what people understand. I'm not saying, and what I'm saying to him is that as of right now, you've never shown me any other sign, but you have certain diseases that can lay dormant in your system, or if you're not doing that type of work anymore, and your last seen was a year ago, or 2 years ago, 6 months ago, and you ain't been tested since then, but you've been still going around and doing stuff. STDs linger. So let's use condoms until we both go get tested together, and then once we get the green light that everybody's free and clear, it is what it is.
Right.
Just saying that.
Well, what I like about that is you one setting your own boundaries. You're still communicating like, hey, this is what I want. This is what I expect. And it's not saying like, hey, you might be with us or not, but hey, if we gonna do this, this is where I'm at. Are you here? If you're not, fine. If you are, okay. Let's go forth to still set some boundaries, set our rules, how we do this. But we don't have those conversations nowadays. It's just like, and for me, I'm a firm believer, like, hey, you go in these streets and you don't want to have this conversation, you can't get. I personally say you can't get mad. What really happens to, or can happen, because it's on you to have these conversations for yourself, to protect yourself, and to set your boundaries. And everyone's boundaries is going to be different, and that's fine. But what conversations are you having? What red flags might you be ignoring?
Yeah.
Are you asking the questions that need to be asked for you?
Yep.
And that's one of the things I think why I definitely kind of phased that, because even in doing that, like I would get like, but like I see you doing this and that, like you say this, but I clearly see your action. It's like I can never trust a person like that. I just can't. Like, just be honest. I'm a person who's all about honesty. Like, let me be able to make my choice from your honesty and your truth, and then go from there. But now it's all about this cheating, this all these games, and it's just who's the baddest this, and hot girl this. Hot, I'm not saying no negative against that, but when we're talking about, okay, forget all the playing around this and that. If we don't do this and be one,
right? But when you're talking about real life, like be bad who and like you saying hot girl this, but okay, we talking about real life now. So what we gonna do?
Right. That was fun. But if we decided we want to do this, or we say we want to do this, we got to have these conversations about what that looks like. Like for me, if I were to, when I do find that someone, or when I do get married, one of the conversations I had, like, okay, we're definitely gonna have the monogamy conversation, because I don't necessarily, for me, require monogamy, but with that, so the most important thing for me is communication and honesty, and what that's going to look like.
So you're not opposed to having an open relationship?
Not necessarily, no.
I can understand that, because I can understand that, because after a couple years you get tired of being beside me.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we might start monogamous, but maybe 7 years down the road.
Hi, my baby.
Hello. Maybe 7 years. Yeah, 7 years down the road, if you decide like, hey, I do actually kind of want to experience it, does it just for sex or whatever, then I want you to be comfortable enough to, or us to be comfortable enough to have that conversation. And then if it comes to like, okay, well, maybe we do have stuff, but it could come like we have an agreement. I just want to be able to have that conversation. I want to be able to communicate that and just talk that out and see what that looks like.
I really would. Both of us are single, so I really would love to talk to someone that has been in a relationship for years and ask them how they feel about it. Because we're only speculating from the outside looking in, but if you have had the same need or the same pussy for the last, let's say the last 7 years, Do you get tired of it? Do you get tired of the same old horse and pony show? Do you want something special? You want something new? Like, what's up?
Yeah. And that's a conversation that has to be had. Like I feel like whether people want to admit it or not, that's going to be a conversation, or it's going to be a thought, or it's going to come up somehow. And like you said, but that's me because like I said, I've never been in a long term relationship, or at least a consistent long term relationship. So that would be something I'd be interested to hear from somebody who has that experience. Like, how do you deal with that? Does it come up? In what ways does it come up? Those are things I'm interested in finding out, because that would really help me personally.
Do you sit there and you think about somebody else and be like, oh, I mean, hey, the thing.
So, question: would you get upset if let's say you and your significant other were out, and maybe a fine person that they were attracted to walked by, they turned and looked, and maybe even smiled a little bit? How would you feel?
I'm not a jealous person, because I'm one of the type of people. I feel like I'm confident enough that when we go into the club, for instance, or we go into a bar, or we go to a comedy club or whatever, I'm confident enough in mind that if we do separate for any extended period of time, and I could be watching him from across the room, and he could be watching me from across the room, and somebody came up and started talking to them, I would think it would be cute. And I feel like if you still are attracting people and we're still together, it's an accomplishment on me, because you still attracted that person, but I know at the end of the day, you still coming home with me. Especially if I can still walk up to you. Now, ain't no if. I'm going to walk up to you, kiss you in the mouth, and keep walking. So they already know what's up. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just that confident and secure in mind. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with a person giving another person a compliment, whether you're in a relationship or not with a person.
Mm-hmm.
The problem that I feel like comes out with the window shopping is when you get ready to pull the credit card out and it's not agreed upon. You have the credit spending limit in order to take and make that purchase. That's where my issue comes in at. So like you said, okay, if we're going to have an open relationship, you find Lamp sexy. I may find Lamp sexy too. We're going to have a conversation about it. And if Lamp also wants to try to be involved or try to say anything about the situation, then Lamp got to understand you are the third wheel. The third wheel is not required on a 2-cycle bike.
Mm-hmm.
So I with that scenario, but if we're saying that we're monogamous and there's no nothing, you can see whatever you want to see, but you better not pull that credit card out to take in and to shop with. So what we're talking about is that when you've been in a relationship for over 3 to 5 years, do you get bored with that partner, or do you discuss trying to have an open relationship at that point if it's part of what you discussed and talked about beforehand, if that person's able to take and do that midnight talk with somebody else? Oh, she said play role play. Oh, okay.
Like role play. Oh, I love that now.
Yes.
No, I can see that working to kind of really curb that, because you spicing it up like. Okay, now see, I like that. I would not get bored with that. I would definitely not get bored. I like stuff like that. Like, switching it up.
Sleep, and then you throw a pillow or something over my head, and I'm be like, oh, well, what's going on? And shut up, oh, this don't take that. Oh, yes, God. Oh, she said she been with her for 11 years. Come on, 11 years and strong. I hope you don't let us. our hostess and stuff.
Yes, because I'm just at the point now, like.
So no on the cheating, but yes to the role play. I can understand that.
I like, yeah, role play. I think role play would definitely help, though. Because I'm just at the point, like, I'm working all these hard, long hour days. It's just nice to come home to a man was nice. Just, it just be at peace and feel safe and feel protected.
The chest, the arms, the hair, the
just to be in his arms, like
TLC,
after a long day at work, just to come to your man's arms and
You just talk about you and chicken and your ass eating chicken.
I did.
Come on, baby, because I feel the same way. Put on a new wig, baby, and I'm whoever you.
Okay.
You know what? Even when it comes down to that, I could see meeting up at not a hotel, but meeting up at a bar. You have on different color hair, and he come over and act like that y'all don't know each other. Ask him, oh yes, God, that's hot. Get your nasty hotel room that night. You know, not something good, but get your nasty hotel room that night. Relive your old days, and then y'all get cleaned up and y'all go home. Yes, that's hot.
Yes,
ain't nothing wrong with your good old nasty hotel night.
Mm-hmm.
Give me one of them chicken wings.
Yeah. Like, this is actually leftovers from yesterday. I got so many of them, so I share.
You
hitting the spot right now. But yeah, I don't know. I still might have a whole summer though. I ain't gonna see it after y'all. Just cause, one last little rendezvous. Huh?
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I may try to have me a whole summer.
I feel like a lot of people are gonna see it. It's like it's gonna be the first summer post pandemic.
Yeah, because everybody talking about the Ukraine now. Ain't nobody talking about the damn COVID-19 no more. COVID-19 like she ain't even there no more.
I about to say, did COVID even happen?
Right, when COVID-19 come back and slap everybody ass in the face. Especially us here in Florida, because we ain't getting no kind of protection the whole time that COVID-19 been happening.
And then I thought I had read it like last week.
Obviously, I wish it was 6 people go in your area.
Girl, this is like a 15-20 piece. I got it played. $12, $13. I told you, I love the hood places, honey.
That's how it used to be at JJ's in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
You would get it was called chicken. It wasn't chicken wings, and then they didn't call it chicken bites, they call them chicken strips. You could get a half a pound for like $5. You got that, and you can get them tossed in whatever flavor you want to, plus French fries for like $5. Like I used to get that, but I used to order a pound and eat on them for like 2 days because they were like thin, like little streets.
Right.
That's what somebody told me today, that COVID was over. I was like, when did COVID get over? Because ain't nobody else told me that.
Sure didn't.
Q1 done join us.
Child, you would think COVID didn't happen in the last 2 years, 3 years. I'm like, well, it don't even exist no more. They just say, okay, well, do what you got to do. Protect yourself.
If you die in the long run, don't tell nobody.
But I thought I had read last week that China was sending a spike again. So I was like, shit. And then they talk about we have to do another booster or some shit. I don't know. It's all just confusing at this point. With a 6-piece is $9.99. A 6-piece for $10?
Good, you going to the wrong good place.
I'm confused.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I feel like, do they season it? I'm confused. I'm so confused.
Those are special chickens. They have to import them hoes into the island. I forget.
Oh, that's what it is?
That's what it is. Because they have a 10-piece boneless for $7.99, and you get French fries and a drink, and then you get a 10-piece bone in for $10. Okay, that's $1 wine plus the fries, and the drink.
Mm-mm.
Yep. Y'all Florida, but y'all know, you done told me y'all was out there in the water. Y'all got more water than anything.
So you got the That's crazy.
Yeah, child. How much is y'all gas down there? $12 a gallon?
It gotta be the.
Because gas actually don't went down.
You
down
said 6
here.
pieces for $10, girl. That's a 12-piece here. And that's if you shit.
And then they got 11-piece with curly fries without a drink for $6.99, and then with the drink is $7.99 or $8.99.
At Pizza.
Pizza Hut used to be a major restaurant.
Ooh, it used to be back in the day, but now.
God almighty. She said gas down there was $4.59. Cause God almighty.
Wait, what?
$4.59 for a gallon.
I'm only surprised for y'all. Cause yeah, she on the island, so I'm surprised.
Shoot, ours is $3.80 right now.
So the fact that y'all even in threes.
Yeah, ours went up though to $4.25, and it done dropped that much. But then they're trying to say that it's probably gonna go back up because Florida is a tourist zone. Florida and Georgia, Florida and California theirs is always higher than everybody else, pretty much. Well, it's depending on what part of Florida. Because South Florida, where Disneyland and all that kind of stuff is Epcot Center, and all of the amusement parks, their stuff is 3 times higher than everybody else.
Yeah, I thought they made their money, didn't they? That's crazy though. Oh my god, but I ain't seen $3 gas in probably a few years even. Shit.
Girl, I'll let you hold some gas. I got 3 quarts right now. How you want it delivered? I'll have you some beans today too. I got you. It's gonna be that premium gas on the low.
Did y'all hear about it was this like man who was doing these rings, but they was putting some type of device on the pumps, and they was getting 4 tanks of gas for like 10, 15 cents.
I don't know how
they got caught, but okay. Did
you see that chick that took and turned around? She was at the Circle K. No, it was at 7-Eleven, and the 7-Eleven had the fake credit card receipt, with credit card machine onto it, and then she went up there and she busted them. They had the machine laying on top of it, the card reader.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that, but I've heard of those type of things. Yep.
And then, child, here on Massachusetts, a homeless chick goes in, throws a gallon of gas on a lady, and took a turn around and throw a match on and lit her ass up inside of the gas station. Where you do that at, but over?
It's a lot of things that be happening in Florida.
Child, shut up.
I'm just saying.
We have our own country. Florida's their own
Y'all
country.
Y'all do, because the stories that be coming out, like you just hear certain stories like that had to happen in Florida. That's the only state that can happen.
Right.
That can only who was it? The man who ate the homeless man face or whatever, because he was high on bath sauce. I'm like, what?
Only in Florida.
Because
I be sitting and listening to stuff. When you be listening to it on the radio, and then like something stupid to put in on the news or whatever, and you be like, Lord, please don't let it be Florida. Don't let it be Florida. And damn, it be Florida.
It be Florida? You can
tell. Like, we can't never get no praise for being like the cleanest state or the highest record-breaking sale. The dumb shit. Kids take baths inside of the Wendy's.
I'm still upset about that.
And it's
In the sink.
It's kind of over from where I'm at. In the sink.
In the sink. And they closed down for a few days. Like, no, just tear it down and rebuild.
Man,
I'm sorry.
Man gets big toe bit off by alligator. Only in Florida. I mean, like.
I saw a man trap an alligator with. Remember, you saw the video. He trapped the alligator with the damn garbage can.
Yes.
I said, "Oh wow."
Only in Florida.
But really, that's because y'all got like some media, like anything is like public record. It's like some law about that. That's not in other states. So like,
we just got some dumbass shit.
that's what I said. Like, no, certain shit just happened in Florida. That's just...
I done seen people take and tie 2 boxes of mattresses on top of their car. Have a grandfather lamp laying on top of the mattresses, on top of the car, living room couch, bed head, the headboard and footboard, and 5 or 6 boxes and a refrigerator on the back of the truck moving. I said, so y'all couldn't get a U-Haul.
They said why they needed for it. They save money.
Right, and we riding down the road like that wood. Little wood.
Child, Florida is...
Only in Florida.
Only.
And we didn't even talk about Alabama. Alabama, I think, per capita has the biggest pedophile state in the world. I really feel like it.
But that's probably the only place where you go and not be around so many schools.
But, and it's sad that I'm going to say this, that the hate for trans, gays, and lesbians is so high, and bisexuals is so high. And do you know the average 25-year-old to 60-year-old still feel like that being of the LGBT plus community is related to pedophilia? How do you say it whenever they like the little young children? Did I say it right?
Pedophile. Pedophilia.
And it's sad that I was talking to someone and they were a part of a conversation. And the conversation is, you know, how different people want their pronouns presented. And the person was so upset and mad and so disgruntled about the situation. And the thesis behind it is that the quote-unquote homosexual men was disgusting and all they did was prey on little boys. So I'm not understanding how, when you look at the stats and the statistics of the whole situation, the highest rate by 90% of all pedophilia is related to 21 to 45-year-old white males. It's ridiculous. But they still want to say because you're gay that you're pedophile. It's ridiculous. In 2022, you still have people still teaching that kind of bullshit.
Well, that's why all these laws are being passed against the trans folks now. Like, you can't say gay, you can't say trans, you can't do, like...
Baby, did you see what Madison had took a post on her wall the other day with the dude that was on there talking about, he was interviewed by the other dude talking about the, would you slobber knob? He was like, well, for $100,000. He was like, if it was a nigga, no. But if it's a trans, yes, and I already have. And he said, I'll do it for free. I said, no, you didn't.
Well, come on. I guess. Oh my.
Look, Cleveland's deal. Hey.
Well, okay. Hello today.
Do I need to have a Wendy Williams deep voice? How you doing?
Ooh, well. It was the day you would do it for free. Oh.
You know, I normally ain't one of the ones to hop on somebody's horse. But then I seen Sydney Star, she done had her plate out of ass on there, commented up on this video. I said, child, when she come, ain't nothing but shut up. Yeah, it is. Because I hate that to cuss out if she see this video.
Oh my God.
Because you give love a bad name. Girl, you give me very much Bush Queen over there. You giving me
it's been Bush Queen week.
You giving me Queen Latifah. Oh, you calling a bitch UNITY?
Let's see. Bush Queen Bulldagger.
You have to make me throw this song. You have to make me throw this song. Do it again.
Wait, hold on.
That's Leslie Jones right there, baby.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to call you old Leslie Jones.
We'll get together tonight.
That's Queen Latifah's ladies first right there. And then when you take your hat off, old Leslie Jones.
Master of Disguise.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that movie, Turtle?
Master of Disguise movie?
Yes, child. That's my shit.
Girl, I ain't
I'm
seen
glad
it in a
you
while,
teach your child that, baby, because if more parents would teach their children just to respect everyone and respect their individuality and know that we are in a world that everybody you have to learn how to get along with everybody. You have to respect other people's boundaries. You may not agree with it, but right. You have to respect another person's boundaries. If everybody was like that, this world would be so much more better.
So much. Just manage your business. Live your life.
Yeah.
Love.
Mind the business that pays you.
That's it. Shit. Life is already hard enough. Why? I ain't trying to manage nobody else's business.
I get two shits about trying to manage somebody else's, because if I ain't got my own together, what makes you think I can get yours together? That part.
I'm trying to get my own together and keep it together. You got to do your work yourself.
A pastor, a friend of the family at one time, and then my mom always used to poker. And I've heard it so many other places. Child, we have 12 hours to handle our own business. I have the other 12 hours to realize what I did wrong in the first 12 hours and to sleep it off and to figure out how I'm going to take care of it tomorrow. That's 24 hours on. I ain't got no time to help you with your shit.
No time.
Now, I can be your sounding board. We can be cool. We can talk. But as far as me and mine,
no, ma'am.
What I need to talk to you about? What do you possibly need to talk to me about? Because what's the thing was, I ain't got nothing but love for you from a distance.
No, I can't. What?
I'm just saying.
Anyway, it's a lot.
But y'all, I done got on here, I done talk your live out. I'm sorry.
No, you good, honey. Shoot, it's been almost 2 hours now. This is probably the longest live I did ever.
She said my auntie was trans. I do not say what it's on. You know what? I love you.
Right, just love people for who they are.
I love you.
Because it's like, damn if you do, damn if you know. I'm damned if I live in my truth. I'm damned if it, you lied. You ain't being yourself. Well, bitch, pick one. You ain't got to pick one, though, because I don't always give a fuck.
Amen. Amen.
Child. But yes, y'all. I'm going to get out of here because I'm about to go take me a nice hot shower. I think I'm going to do some binge watching tonight. I want to do some binge watching.
Hey, have you seen Bridgerton yet, though?
No, that's probably... I'm definitely probably end up getting Netflix this weekend because it's another show I got to watch on there. And I need to get into Bridgerton.
How? You already on my account.
Am I? I ain't been on there in ages, though. Let me see if it still pops up.
You out of it. You're still on my account.
Okay, I got to see if I can log into it, but I ain't been on it in ages. I've been most on Hulu and Netflix Prime. Not Netflix. Netflix Prime. Amazon Prime.
That's what I need to get. Amazon Prime account.
I'm look it up again. I ain't popping up. But then I don't even be have trying to watch TV. That's why I say this is gonna be a weekend of shopping and binge watching. You know, I was watching the other week. Do y'all know? Do y'all know American Crime Story?
Mm-mm.
So it's by Brian Moore. He's the same one who does American Horror Story. But I think the first American Crime Story he did, I think it was Versace, and then he did an OJ one. The OJ one was really good.
Yes, baby. Bridgerton is the T. And once you get into Bridgerton, you ain't gonna want to get out of it. I know.
See,
But
Bridgerton has all the cute boys.
if you can't log into it, let me know.
Okay,
and I'll
I'm
send you
sorry.
the pictures again.
All right. Girl, yeah, so it's gonna be a Bridgerton weekend. It's another show on there I gotta watch. I'm trying to see what shows I gotta catch up on. I gotta start back 911.
I'm gonna get into Vampire Diaries because I never really watched that.
I want to redo that. Okay, I'm gonna restart that one. And you know I want to watch what was that vampire show that came on True Blood?
True Blood.
Yes, I want to restart that one.
I like it. The only thing I didn't like about True Blood is the intro. So if I could play it and not have to watch the intro,
you know, just fast forward. You can fast forward through that.
Can you just skip the intro altogether?
You should be able to. That's how. Yeah, I think definitely Netflix has something like that. Like you got, most streaming sites have like skip the intro, go to the show.
So, what's one the prequel before the prequel before the Game of Thrones is supposed to be coming out on HBO too. I gotta see that.
I hope it's good.
I know I gotta get ready for Fantastic Beasts and where to find out the secrets of Dumbledore. Y'all know I gotta be ready for that.
When does that one come? That come out this year?
That come out in 2 weeks.
Oh shit, they doing it early this year. Okay.
It's called. That's gonna be on. I don't think it's gonna come to HBO Max yet, but I know it's gonna be in movie theaters. But I want to see it in movie theaters.
They probably gonna do movie theater.
But I want to.
Especially, that'd be good at IMAX.
Yes, I want to see it. Probably I want to try to go see it in the IMAX so I can. I want to see it at a matinee, so it ain't nothing but like 3 people in there. You had a whole theater to yourself, and then you ain't got to hear everybody talking about it.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. WrestleMania. That's another. What was it? A few weeks ago too. I was watching all the old WWE content.
You know it's on
like
Peacock.
with the Rocks, Cold Steve Austin. It's all the old ones, like all the old matches they did like in the 2000s.
Peacock got all that.
Yo, I like when I was in 6th and 7th and 8th grade, WrestleMania and all that was my shit.
But people don't realize this though either though is if you do the $6.99, anytime they take and have any of the WrestleMania events, you still watch it for $6.99 because it's already included in your package on Peacock. People don't know that.
I have no, but I was looking at the like playbacks a few weeks ago on YouTube, the YouTube playback. I'm like, damn, wrestling. Well, I mean, wrestling still is a shit. Like, but I remember I used to be so hype about it when I was like younger.
I used to remember the day whenever my granny used to watch it with Ric Flair and all of them.
Yeah.
All that kind of crazy stuff. But it don't give me that same thing anymore. Like you knew it was fake back there, but it looked real. Now you can look at it and tell it's fake.
Yeah, back then, it was like a soap opera. Yeah, well, I mean, it was a soap opera basically. With the Rock.
Just like the Young and the Restless.
Does that come on anymore? That used to be my soap opera, but I ain't seen it. But does that still come on anymore? The Young and the Restless and the Bold and the Beautiful. That was my other one. Me and my grandmother watched that one faithfully.
I don't know, but I know. I don't know. I don't know what I know, but I know. You know? But I know.
I'm about to look at Hulu. I want to watch those. My grandma, we used to watch those faithfully. And then after that, we'll watch the judge shows like Judge People's Court, Judge Mathis, all that stuff.
You better come on going with your family to the Miami to the live shows. I ain't mad at you. Go
right, because they always do them in Miami and
Florida.
Florida. I think that's where the headquarters is, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in Florida. Passions, yes, I remember Passions. That was probably number 4, but the main one was Bold and Beautiful, Young and the Restless, General Hospital.
Yeah, some old maids.
And I Am.
Well, since we're going to bring it up, don't forget about Dark Shadows.
I don't remember that one.
You better Google it.
I used to watch the reruns of Dynasty. Dynasty was the shit. Oh, yo.
It still is.
It still is, honey.
I just don't like the remake. The remake was stupid.
That's that CW. You know, they got to do stuff for the younger folks. I guess that's the way to connect them to. Just let them watch the real thing, honey.
Ain't nothing like the real thing.
Yes, I used to love those shows. I still do.
All right, y'all. I'm about to get off of here. Go lay down.
Yes, I'm about to too. Well, thank you all for tuning in, coming in. Jazz, you want to tell me where they can find you, honey?
Y'all. Well, child, you know you can find me at the BP at the. You can find me on Instagram at MSJ. Miss Jazmine Divine. That's JAZMINEDIVINE. Or you can find me at the same thing at Jazmine Divine on YouTube. YouTube/Jazmine Divine, and coming soon my website, which is JazmineDivine.com.
Stay tuned.
Yes, God.
All right. Well, y'all know where to find me on this page as always. Stay tuned on Sunday. New episode of my podcast, Past the Mirror, will be premiering. As well as y'all can check out the other new podcast I got, Random Thoughts with Leah, which some of you have. So thank you for that, darlings. Without further ado, y'all have a good night. Thank you for coming in, Mother Jazmine. And I'll see y'all later. All right, y'all. We're going to end the YouTube live now. Like I said, again, make sure you follow if you are watching this on YouTube, whether it's playback or live. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. If you want to check me out on my podcast, go to Google Podcast, Spotify, Anchor, search Pass the Sugar. That's PASSDASUGA. It all pops up, all of my different shows. Again, I have a new podcast or a new episode for a podcast, Pass the Mirror, coming out this Sunday. And always stay tuned because you never know when I'm going to drop a random thought with Leah, okay? So, until next time, y'all, love yourselves.